Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another chit chat get ready with me. It's been a hot second since I've done one, but I thought this would be the perfect time to do one. Why? Because the amazing people over at Thisssss guys, I'm moving on up in the YouTube ranking world. Thisssss decided not to only send me one product, not to only send me 2 products, but to literally send me they decided to send me 4 products to try, which I am super excited about. Like guys, you know that you're becoming a somebody on the YouTube world when a brand like Thisssss, the Thisssss, have decided that they're gonna send you some products. But yeah, I thought this would be the perfect time to use the products that they've sent me and to do a bit of a chit chat because guys, my birthday is next month. I'm gonna be 23 next year. I mean, next month. I've just been feeling really reflective just about my life, about things that have happened so far, about my journey so far. I've just been really super reflective about everything. So I thought, do you know what? Let me do a chit chat get ready with me using the Thisssss products and let's see where this goes. First of all, I just need to cream my hands. By the way, I've got this amazing hand cream. It's from the beautiful people over at Soap and Glory. I know this is not like a paid video or collaborative video or anything like that. This is literally just products that they sent to me. I'm so gassed that Thisssss even wanted to send things to me. So I was like, let me film a video, which obviously guys, let them know that I do want to get paid stuff. Like, I'm grinding out here, okay? Right, got my mirror. I'm using the Tammy's palette. I use this palette for like literally every day. I use it every single day of my life. I'm gonna be 23 next month, yeah, and it's got me moving hella just reflective. I know obviously for a lot of people they might be like, 23 is still so young. Oh no. Everything is down to perspective. Obviously I'm like seeing 23 as, well girl, you're super close to 25, which is super close to 30, which is super close to 50, which is super close when you're gonna die. So obviously I'm just exaggerating a little bit, but life is, you know, really pushing on. And I just been reflecting about everything, and one of the things that I really wanted to talk about was my weight, guys. I know that I've spoken about it in videos in the past, and I did a whole video recently about, you know, how I recently lost weight. As you can probably tell, I've put on quite a lot of that weight back on anyway. If you watch the video, you'll understand why I even lost the weight. It wasn't done with intention of weight loss. It was just done, we'll go and watch the video and then you'll know why it was done. But yeah, why it happened even. So go and watch the video. I'll link it up either above or I will put it in the description box. But yeah, so growing up, guys, yeah, let me tell you, I think I said it in the video, but growing up, no one ever really like made fun of me like that, or I wasn't that kid that got cussed out. Or, and by the way, don't mind my edges, I should actually slick them down now, shouldn't I, and then wrap my hair. I'll do it later, I can't be bothered right now. Anyway, growing up here, guys, I wasn't like bullied or anything like that, you know, and my family especially never made me feel some type of way about my weight. They just weren't those kind of people. They just made me feel like Nissy, innit? Nissy was just Nissy. No one ever made me feel any type of way about my weight, whatever. But I just was so self-conscious of my weight, guys, like to the point where, you know, like I kind of mentioned in that video, to the point where I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. Like literally I would hate looking at myself in the mirror. Like I avoided mirrors at all costs unless it was to see my face, because I always felt like I was quite a pretty girl, but that was all I had. I was pretty, but that was it. But yeah, I never liked being in the mirror. I didn't like being in front of people when I changed because I was embarrassed of my body, just all these kind of things. And then growing up, I really didn't know how much that kind of mindset would affect me. And like I said in that video, like guys, till this day I'm still struggling with the way I view my body and the way I see my weight, only because I don't even know why. There's not even a because, it just is. Like I lost a lot of weight very, very quickly. I think the story is in previous videos, and I think I even said it in that weight loss video. I just cannot be bothered to explain it again. But long story short, I lost it in the not so very good way. I literally woke up one day, I had no appetite. I lost a lot of weight dramatically, got left with quite a lot of excess skin, like on my stomach and on different parts of my body, which is very frustrating because the rest of my body could look really, really thin, and then I just have like this stomach that just doesn't disappear, which is quite annoying. And you know, I've been that person that's been like, okay, I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna gym, and yeah, to a degree it does work. And I know people will probably be like, well, you can always just, you know, go on a diet and exercise and lose weight, it's not that big of a deal. But I think it's more so how I perceive myself when I look in the mirror is more a psychological thing more than it is a physical thing. Like, I know the two are connected, but it's more of a case of like, I literally sometimes look, even till this day, guys, sometimes. The reason why I'm saying this is because recently, I think it was especially after I came back from Amsterdam. Yes, I went to Amsterdam recently. I was just so self-conscious because I ate so much in Amsterdam, guys. I can't lie, I ate a lot, okay, in Amsterdam. But I was just really self-conscious. Oh my goodness. And I think I've been self-conscious since then. Oh, guys, just feeling so like that really ugly feeling has been there again, and it's such a struggle. Like, it's such a struggle. But that's it really. Like, I don't really have anything to say. Like I said to you in that last video, normally, oh, they've sent me concealer as well. Oh no, honey child, this is so, look how pale that is compared to me. It's pretty much white. I might have to mix this in. This is in warm beige. Obviously, they don't know my skin color, so I'm assuming they might have just seen pictures and just guessed. It is a Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, Conceal, Contour, Highlight, Retouch. So you can use it for different things, but oh, it's a really nice consistency though, guys. Look at the bottle. And then they also sent me the same thing, but in the color Toffee, which is, as you can tell, a good couple of shades darker than me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix the two together. But yeah, anyway, guys, while I am trying to create the perfect color, the perfect shade for myself, Too Faced, next time just invite me to just come and get face matched or something like that. So yeah, guys, like, my weight has always been such an issue, and I do not have a solution right now. Like, I can't sit here and say to you guys like, you know, yes guys, do not worry, I've gone past it and I'm absolutely fine now and I love my body. No guys, I'm in the current state of not liking my body, working on it though. Like today I went to the gym, trying to stay consistent with going to the gym and creating a body that I love and I adore, you know. What do you guys think of this color? It's a very nice consistency. It's like watery, it's like thick but watery, so it means that you can move it around and you can play around with it. Oh my days, did I tell you guys about the palaver? I didn't tell you guys. Oh, guys, never cheat on your eyebrow lady, okay? Because my eyebrows got ruined. They weren't meant to be this thin. I don't like them. Some people are saying that they're nice. I don't like them as they are. I like them to be a bit thicker because I have quite a big and a round face, and I just prefer thicker eyebrows on big and round faces. But the woman completely destroyed my eyebrows. But yeah, so my weight has always been something that's a bit tricky for me, guys. Like, just pray for me because it's something that, you know, is my body. I'm gonna have my body for the rest of my life, so I have to come to either work stupidly hard in the gym to get what I want, or to accept what I have. But you know, I just shouldn't, you know, I don't want to come on here and start moaning about my weight and stuff like that. Like, that's not what I want. You know, I'm not one of those people that just moan without actually, you know, doing anything about it. So I'm not even going to complain. But yeah, so that's number one. And then obviously I just started thinking about my university experience and uni and some of like my regrets about uni. this is gonna sound like it's quite a negative video. It's really not, guys. Please know that I am very, very happy. I'm living my best life. You know, there's things up and down here and there, which I'm going to talk about in this video, but all in all, guys, life is great. God is good. I am blessed and highly favored. You know, Jesus loves me. I love Jesus. I have an incredible set of friends, incredible family, an incredible partner, incredible boyfriend. Like, guys, please, like, life is really good. Don't get it twisted. I'm, you know, doing the things that I love doing, and I get to do it consistently, you know. But there's just a couple of things. Like I said, I've been reflective. So I was reflecting over my experience at uni, and there are a couple, I can't lie, guys, there are a couple of things that I do regret. One of which is something that, you know, I hope that maybe you can take with you. You know, maybe you've just started uni in September or in October, or you are maybe planning to start uni next year or whatever it is, but just some stuff that I regret. So one thing that I regret was the fact that I took first year too seriously. Now, this is not me trying to tell you to not take first year seriously at all. No, that's not what I'm trying to say, because your behavior and your mentality in your first year will more often than not determine your like behavior, work ethic, your mindset for the rest of the time that you're at uni. If your mindset in first year is just F it all, I can't be bothered, I'm not going to do any work, I'm just going to coast through, the likelihood of you doing that in second and third year is very, 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 very high, just because you've already set kind of like a standard for yourself, and you know, unless you try really, really hard, you've already kind of gotten into the mindset of like, oh, whatever. And you might even pass. You might even pass first year. You get like a 2-1 and you're like, oh, look at what I can do if I don't have to do anything. That's what you might, you might think. So I wouldn't say have that mentality, but just that I just took it too seriously. Like, I just wish I just enjoyed it a bit more. That I just didn't see it as like, in the past, guys, well, not even in the past, even now, yeah, I can be very serious sometimes, okay, guys. And I think in first year I was just too serious. I was just way too serious. I was just too serious about everything, and I just wish that I just took some more time to really enjoy it. Because, guys, when you come out of university and you come into this world, this big wild world, this sea, guys, let me just tell you, you have to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Like, you have to really, really prepare yourself, because it is a lot. There's no more of this, oh, you know, I'm at uni, so, you know, I can't do this or I can't do that, or so I have to limit my responsibilities or anything like that. Like, there's no excuses, guys. When you are done with uni, you realize, like, damn, this is not a holiday. I'm not going back, as in, this is not like a holiday from life, and I'm not going back to uni. Like, this is it. So it's literally sink or swim, guys. And it's really, really scary. And obviously I've been out of uni for a year now, and I'm kind of used to it now. I'm like getting on with life, and it's not that big of a thing. But one thing, guys, I just remember thinking was, I just wish I just enjoyed my uni experience a bit more, and I wasn't so serious all the time. Obviously there's times to be serious, but I just wish I took more time to just have some fun, to just go out, to do things, especially like, we were in such a beautiful city, in a gorgeous city of Cambridge. Yeah, Cambridge was a beautiful city. Like, why was it only in my final year after exams were finished? Final year, guys, as in I'd been there for 3 years. Why is that only then I'd gone to do things like punting? I never visited the Botanic Gardens. I know it sounds really menial, and it sounds really, really like, those are not things to get upset about, Nissy. Just be happy that you even went to Cambridge in the first place. You passed, you got a good grade, you left with a good grade, blah, 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 blah. I do get it, but we were in this gorgeous city, and what was I doing? I just didn't really make use of the time that I was there. And that kind of frustrates me, because I'm like, oh, damn, Nissy. Like, obviously I know now I can always go back, I can go and visit for the weekend, I can do whatever I want, but still, like, during that time I didn't take the time to really appreciate, you know, the surrounding that I had. I was in Cambridge, guys. Cambridge, like, I just don't think that I appreciated it as much, and I just saw it as like a place of immense pressure. Like, that's what I kind of saw it as. I didn't see it as, you know, this beautiful city with so much to offer, somewhere that I would only be for a limited amount of time, so let me enjoy it. No, I just saw it as, I've come here to study, I've come here to get a certain grade. Yes, it might be a beautiful place or whatever, but that's not, you know, necessarily for me. I really wish that I just took the time, guys. And can you see how this powder is sitting so well on this? Bruh, it's sitting so well, like, ooh, child. And it means that when it's sitting so well, my eyeshadow is sitting very, very perfectly. That's mainly it, like, just this feeling of like not really appreciating what I had at the time and just seeing it as this pressure pull, which it really was. Like, don't get it twisted, guys. Cambridge has a way of making you feel just sometimes not yourself, but still, I just wish that I told myself, like, Missy, this is gonna end at some point, so you better just enjoy it as much as possible from now, otherwise you're gonna end up regretting it. So if there's anyone out there that's watching this that's going to uni or that's in uni, just enjoy it while you can. And another thing that I wish I did as well was that I wish I did a year abroad. Now, this is maybe not for everyone, but anyone that knows me knows I love traveling, I love exploring, I love going to different places and visiting new places in the world. And one thing that I just wish that I did was, I wish that I even took, even if it was a year out, to travel while I was at uni, or even took a gap year. Now, some people would really disagree with a gap year because they're just like, no, just get over and done with. You won't go back to uni if you take a gap year. Personally, I think I would have gone back because number one is Cambridge, and number two, because I would have kind of, I'm that person of the mentality of, if you started something, you've got to finish it. So I think I definitely would have. And I just wish that I did. The only reason that I say that is because, like I said, it is very different being in the big wide world after uni. So what would have been nice would have been if I decided to just take a gap year, knowing that I still had the almost like the safety of going back to uni, or the assurance that I will be going back to uni, but get a taster of the different things that are on offer and the different opportunities that are on offer, so that I could network, I could put together certain things in place with and I don't know how to describe it, but just have a bit of time to put certain things in place, so that when I come out of uni, I'm fully ready to immerse myself into those things that I put in place. Obviously, I know that I was doing certain things from a long time ago, i.e., you know, things like YouTube, and I was in a way putting certain things in place, but I've never had just that time, you know, where I don't have to worry about education, I don't have to worry about school or anything like that, and I just, you know, like I said, put certain things in place. And so when I came out of uni, it was like just rediscovering everything and really getting back into the midst of everything. But, you know, such is life. There's no point you know, crying over spilt milk. There's no point worrying about something you can't change. I'm still happy with how my life is turning out so far. I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? So okay, this look is slightly starting to come together. Okay, all right. But yeah, so those were kind of like some of my regrets with uni. I also regret the fact that I didn't do like a grand finale of Cambridge. Let me know if you guys still want me to do that, okay? Because I kind of just did my last Cambridge vlog, which was of me graduating and it being like the end of the road, but I didn't do like a grand finale, like a big review of my university experience, how I found Cambridge, you know, literally from the first year all the way to the last year, my experience, how I've grown. Like, there's so much, the people that I met, you know, all of that stuff. There's so much I could talk about, and I never did like a grand, kind of like a grand closing. You know, I had all of these episodes, all these vlogs from my weekly being at Cambridge vlogs, and then I never kind of, you know, rounded it off. So if it's something that you guys really want me to do, please do let me know. I would love to do that. But moving on very, very swiftly to life itself and life after I left my job. Obviously, you guys know that I left my job not too long ago. It hasn't been that long, and I just really wanted to just talk to you guys about kind of like my current situation. Oh Lord Jesus, just put myself in the eye. Let me put on some foundation. Now they sent me 2 foundations, one in a color called Chai. It is Born This Way Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation in Chai and in Mahogany. Now Mahogany looks very brown, so I'm gonna go with Chai. So this is the foundation, this is what it comes in. Gorgeous bottle. It's like a very nice misty bottle. And let's see, I haven't actually opened it up. Oh, and it comes with a pump. Yay! I love when bottles come with a pump, because you know sometimes they don't. And this is the color Mahogany, but yeah, you can tell like the difference between the two. So that's Chai, that's Mahogany. Mahogany is very, 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 very orange. That's not cute. Whereas Chai looks pretty decent. Let's just pray that it comes out all right. And it's medium to full coverage, so obviously the more you put on, the more full coverage it is. And to be fair, this is actually a perfect match, I think. Nowadays, I like to have a foundation that's a little bit darker than my actual skin color, just because when you highlight, your highlight obviously brightens up your face. And I find that if my foundation is the exact same color as my skin, what happens is my face starts to look a bit ashy, because it's just too much. So let me just see what this is saying. Yeah, talking about, you know, finishing work and life after. Let me just get to the point, guys. You guys know how honest I am with you guys. You guys are my family. Like, you are literally a part of this family. If it wasn't for you, yes, you, I wouldn't be able to do half the things that I do. I wouldn't be sent to face stuff, which I greatly appreciate. But yeah, like, guys, let me just say it very, very simply like this, yeah. Being self-employed, an entrepreneur, someone who is taking a risk, you have to be very dedicated, very passionate, yes. But also, guys, you just gotta understand that, like, you have to have thick skin. Like, you have to have some serious, like, this is not for the faint-hearted, guys. Guys, it is tough. Going from knowing that every single month you were gonna get a set salary, where you knew it's okay, even though I'm scraping by in the last like week and a bit of the month, I know that in a couple of hours, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have, you know, a nice chunky check in my account. I'm gonna be able to pay whatever needs to get paid off easily. This is, yo, this is like very, but I did put quite a lot though. This is very full coverage. I feel like this looks a bit orangey, but we're gonna keep going with the flow. Like I said, this is stuff that I'm trying for the very, very first time today. Again, I'm just gonna, because my face feels hot. I feel hot under these lights. And it has made my skin look flawless, like, okay. But anyway, guys, let me just say that, like I said before, I don't know where I stopped off, but guys, this is not for the faint-hearted. Like, you go from having your paycheck every month to literally things just being up and down. Like, 1 month, like, I remember the first month was pretty decent, it was okay. I'm acting like I haven't been working for like a year now, but it feels like a year, guys, because it's not easy. It is hard. Like, please don't get it twisted. I'm going back in, by the way, with the concealers, mix them up, and then do my highlight, and then do a bit of contour, and then pop some lashes on, and then wrap up this video, because I feel like I'm just talking a lot. But guys, it's not easy. Like, you know, I took a risk. And oh, another thing, guys, right, if you are going to decide to take a risk such as this, yeah, please don't be, actually no, because I was gonna say don't be like Nissy, make sure you save up. I did actually save. I just didn't save as much as I had hoped and wanted to save up before I left my job. And then when I did save, literally, guys, I left, and you know when the enemy is just so funny, like, I literally left, and then some crazy bills just came out of nowhere. Like, literally, guys, something happened with my car and I had to pay £400 like that. Like, literally, like, guys, when I say to you, just random stuff's like coming up, and I'd already left my job, and the money that I basically saved that would allow me to be okay for the next month and a bit just disappeared, because there were things that I had to pay for, and I've just made another batch of concealer, and I think that color is pretty good, so I'm gonna put this straight on here. But yeah guys, like that happened, and then you're literally there like, guys, I have contemplated it so many times, like, okay, maybe I should just go back, get a job, just work for like a year, save up, and then come out and do all the things that I want to do. And then I've literally just had to remember, like, but Nissy, look at where I drew the line, not even properly on my nose. I just remembered, but Nissy, number one, you've only been out of your job for a couple of, like, literally, like, I think it's been like a month and a bit. It hasn't even been that long at all. You've only been out of your job for like a month and a bit, yeah? You have barely started on this journey and you already want to give up? You knew that God told you when it was the perfect time for you to leave. Like, you prayed about it, you fasted over it, you did all that you needed to do in order for you to know when it was appropriate and the right time for you to go your you know, and do your own thing. And already you want to, you know, not trust in God. And the moment that I start thinking about it like that, I'm just like, oh, sorry, Lord. Like, you know, Lord, forgive me, forget everything that I'm saying. I'm just talking out of my emotion. I'm talking absolute rubbish. I know that you're in control. I know that you're more than capable. You are more than able to do abundantly and exceedingly above all things, you know, more than I even imagine that you can do. This is the same God who, you know, took 2 loaves and 2 fish and fed 5,000 people and had leftovers. This is the same God that, you know, brought the Egyptians out of slavery. This is the same God that, you know, just has done all of the incredible things that we see in the word. The same God that, you know, allowed Meshach, what's the flipping names? I always forget their names. Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego. He brought them out of the fire unharmed. Like, this is the same God that did all of these things. So why on earth do I feel like this same God can't bring me out of my own hard place? Like, you guys don't even understand, guys. It has been so difficult to the point where, let me just tell you guys, I'm just gonna say it and I'm just gonna be really open. Like, I remember a few weeks ago, guys, I had no money. Like, when I say to you no money, like, I had no money. I don't think you guys understand, yeah? Because I just didn't. I'm not even gonna go really into it too deep, but best believe, guys, I got into my car and I really wanted to go to the gym that day. I was just like, I'm gonna go to the gym. Like, I need to go to the gym. I was feeling a bit, I don't think I was even feeling too stressy. Like, one thing about me, guys, I used to be someone that really stressed over finances, but God has really dealt with me on that. Like, now, guys, let me tell you the amount of times I've been in a bit of a hole financially over the past, you know, month and a bit. Not even a month and a bit, it's like been what, 2 months now? Just past 2 months. But the way, oh Lord, the way I have been, you know, sometimes in some holes, like when it comes to finances, especially because I've got a car, which I'm gonna come to in just a second, but I have literally had to, like, literally let go and let God and really come to understand what having faith in God really means. Because it's all well and good saying, yes, I have faith in God when things are going right, or I trust in Jesus, or I surrender all to Jesus when things are going right. But it's a different story to say it when things are going wrong, or when things are not going according to your plan or according to how you thought it was going to happen. That is a completely different story. And I have really had to learn how to just have complete and utter faith that all things are working together for my good, that, you know, the plans that he has for me are for me to prosper and not of bad and evil, that everything that my hand touches must prosper. It has really taken me to a place where I have to have ultimate faith in order for me to get to that point. So yeah, like, it's just been such an interesting journey, and I'm really thirsty. Sorry guys, I've got my big glass of water here. Oh gosh. Whew. Right, wow. Whew. I was really thirsty. But yeah, guys, it has taken me real faith for me to be able to really trust in God in this time, because it's not been easy. You know, I kind of got the word from God to take this leap. I've taken this leap and I'm finding myself in these financial situations that I'm just like, God, why? Like, how? Like, where, like, whatever. But every single time where I've been stuck somewhere, God has always either brought people to help me out of it, or he's just helped me. And one of the situations that happened was literally a few weeks ago. I remember there was this one day where I knew I didn't have too much petrol in my car, but I was like, I need to go to the gym. And some people might again just be like, well, you're stupid, you should have just sat in your house, not gone anywhere, or done a home workout. Number one, if you know my house is very small. There's not really space like that to do any kind of home workout. Number two, I was so determined, like, guys, I just felt like I needed to go to the gym. And so I said, I have enough petrol to get me to the gym and back, so let me just go to the gym. Because I knew that, because I knew an invoice was coming in, I think the next day, and I knew that money all on that Friday, so it was coming at the end of the week or something like that. I knew some sort of money was gonna come in somewhere, or did I? I don't know. Anyway, also that's another thing, guys, pay your invoices on time, please. But yeah, I don't know if I did or if I didn't know if there was going to be some money that was going to come in somewhere. But long story short, I get into my car, guys. I end up going the route that I will normally always go to the gym, which normally takes me about 10-15 minutes to get to the gym by car. Guys, there was traffic. Bearing in mind, guys, that when you're in traffic and your engine is on, you are losing petrol. And I was in traffic, guys. I was stuck in traffic. I've never been stuck in traffic on the way to the gym, but I've now driven. I then get to the actual entrance where I normally go to park, because you get free parking to the gym at the gym that I go to. Guys, I get to the entrance, literally bearing in mind that my tank is literally about to get onto red, so it's gonna start beeping to tell me, like, girl, if you don't fill me up real soon, you're gonna have no petrol and you're gonna get stuck wherever you are. I get to the entrance, guys, and I literally get there, and guys, the entrance is closed. So it's telling me to go a whole nother route in order for me to get in. Guys, when I say to you, I went to the entrance, I stopped my car, parked my car, and I wept like a baby. Like, I wept. Like, you know in the Bible, the shortest verse of the Bible, it says Jesus wept. I wept like a baby. Like, I cried so much because, and I remember just praying and saying to God, like, God, why is this happening? Like, literally my car, I have no money right now in my account to even buy petrol, so I can't even go to the petrol station and just buy petrol like that. I can't even, you know, I can't believe I'm being so open and honest with you guys, but this is the reality. Like, so many people like to make it seem like living your dream job or going and getting your job is so easy and so simple and everyone's living their absolute best life, when we don't like to talk about things like this. This is just the reality. Like, guys, I put it on my Instagram as well, on a status, like saying, you know, you guys see the glitz and glam, but you don't see the times when my account is on minus, or when I can't go and do certain things, or when certain things are happening in my life that I can't control. Do you know what I mean? And obviously I know something like your account being on minus, you definitely can control. It's your mindset, it's your hustle, all that kind of stuff. But best believe I'm hustling, but there are just sometimes, until there are just some moments until I get to that point where consistently I'm generating income that's coming in very consistently, which is the whole point as to why I even left my job in the first place. Because though obviously I had my income coming in every single month, number one, I wasn't happy, and for me my mental well-being means way more to me than money. But number two, I also couldn't give myself or dedicate enough time for me to be able to you know, really make sure that my content and all that stuff was staying on point, and also to be able to kind of have the flexibility of like, oh, you know, I've got an event that I need to go and speak at, so I can't come into work today, or this and that. You know, I didn't have that at my job, whereas with this, I get to do the things that I love. I'm as flexible as I want to be. I get to do things as and when I want to do them. I can be way more consistent with creating content and all that kind of stuff, but it also means that I have to sacrifice for a little bit. And so it's a, you know, two thing. And I know I'm talking, I'm not even doing my makeup anymore. Yeah, so guys, I literally sat in that car and I wept and just thought to myself, like, God, like, how is this my life? Like, I know that you've called me to do so many great, extraordinary, incredible things. So how the hell is it that we got here, that I have no money in my bank account to pay for petrol. All I wanted to do was come to the gym, and literally before I left to go to the gym, I literally said, I'm going to the gym by faith, because God, you know that I really want to go to the gym right now. I know it's not a necessity, but I really desire it. I want to work out, I want to look after my body. I'm being very consistent at the moment, so I want to go to the gym, and I have faith that you're going to take me there and you're going to bring me back. That's exactly what I said. But in that moment, when I realized that my tank is about to touch red, literally guys, it's on the verge of touching red, I have no money, the entrance is not even accessible, so now I have to go and find another entrance, and I have no idea where that could possibly be, because where the gym is in a very weird location. So I literally just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried, and I prayed, and then I just felt like, okay, Nissy, like I just really remember God kind of saying to me, because someone had given a testimony, I think that the week before, from my church. Shout out Maria, if you ever come to watch this, Maria. And one word that she said, which is so funny, that God can give a word to somebody who they think is for them, but really and truly it's a word for somebody else as well. She said, you know, God has just been reminding her of how faithful he is, and that his faithfulness exceeds anything that she's going through in her life. And I just heard that ring so loud in my spirit when I was crying, and literally I just felt God, I just felt, number one, I felt God like as though he was just giving me a hug, like just to say, it's okay, these moments are okay, this is all a part of your story, you're not gonna be, and it's not going to be like this forever. And I just really felt God just saying to me, I am still your faithful father. Every plan that I have said that I am going to do for you, everything that I've said that you are going to do, you will still do it. Don't let these moments overshadow the long-term plan. Like, it was so powerful. Like, God spoke to me so powerfully, and I just remember just opening my eyes and thinking, I know my God has me. I know my God has got me, and this is not going to be forever. This is just a season. It's just a time where I just have to go through the fire, but I'm gonna come out just like Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. I think that's how you say their names. Abednego. I'm gonna go through that fire, but just as, you know, I think it was one of the people that were looking into the fire said, you know, to King Nebuchadnezzar, who told them who told the guards to throw them into the fire, to turn the fire seven times higher, because they wouldn't worship him, blah blah blah. You know, they reported back to him saying, you know, I know that we put 3 men in there, but there's a 4th man in there with them. And that's exactly how I feel right now. Like, I just feel like I'm in the midst of a difficult time. Like, it's a prickly time, guys. It's not the most glamorous, most loveliest time right now, and I'm not in the same situation that I was a couple of weeks ago, thank God, but it's still very difficult. But I also feel so blessed, and I know that the long term far outweighs this short term kind of like stress, struggle, whatever you want to call it. Like, this is all a part of the hustle. Do you get what I mean? It's all part of the hustle, is all a part of the process. And you know, alongside it as well, obviously you guys know, I then obviously started doing my part-time thing, which has really helped with I investor for the company. So I've started doing that, which has really helped. I think that was before I started in the office with them. I think it was before that. So now that I have, it's been such a big help. And also just my friends and my family. Like, I can't lie to you guys, like, I've borrowed money from my friends, some of my really close friends, and obviously I told them, like, I'm gonna pay you back, and I make sure that I pay them back, but it's just to borrow it just to keep me going and all that kind of stuff, because I also don't want to do this too much of relying on, oh, let me just get a credit card and like, I don't want to get into a bad habit. I do want to get a credit card for the sake of building my credit, but I also want to have self-control so that I know fully that I have a good relationship with money. Because that's another thing. Oh guys, there's so many things we could talk about, but that's another thing, right? I used to have such a bad relationship with money. As time has gone on, I feel like right now I probably have the best relationship with money that I've ever had. Like, I've got an ISA now. I've opened up a Help to Buy ISA. It's like a savings account, but it's specifically for you to be able to buy a home, and then the bank basically gives you some money on top of whatever you've saved in order for you to buy your home. So I've opened up a Help to Buy ISA. I've split all my money up in different like accounts and stuff. I'll probably do a video on like just money management and how I'm dealing with money and finances and how I'm able to kind of budget, because budgeting is so important at the moment. But all in all, guys, like I said, you know, I'm still on the journey right now. It's not easy at all. Like it really is difficult at times, but I also, like, God always, like I said, faithful. Like God always sees me through. If I tell you some of the stories of favor that God has had over my life, like, you would not believe it. Oh, I said I was going to talk about my car. So part of me has been going through these phases. I'm gonna try and rush this now because this video is becoming way too long, but part of me has gone through phases, guys, yeah, where one minute I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I have a car, it's the best thing ever. Like, trust me guys, having a car is the most amazing thing ever. Like, it just means you can go wherever you want when you need to go, especially with what I do. I'm always traveling up and down for loads of different things, so just having a car is so convenient. However, having a car is very expensive. It is a massive cost, and you know, thank God I've got quite a new car. My car is a 17 plate, yeah, nothing crazy. It's a Ford Fiesta 17 plate. I absolutely adore my car though. It's a little cute patootie. I haven't had any issues, like, i.e. I haven't had to take it to the mechanic, I haven't had any issues with it, whatever. You know, and it's also on finance as well, so I pay for it each month. So with the people that I'm financing it on, I can always go back because it's on warranty, because it's a new car, blah blah blah. So that's amazing. But still, my finance, cool, that's not even that expensive. My insurance, however, because I'm a first-time driver, this England, they're bloody crooks. They like to rob people, guys. If I was just paying for the car, calm, I would be so happy. But you now, on top of paying for the car, you now pay for insurance, which is a killer, because especially because I live in London, my insurance is ridiculous. Part of me, guys, I cannot lie to you, with the way my finances are set up, if I didn't have my car, the thing is, I would have spent that money anyway. I just would have spent it on public transport and Uber, because public transport is expensive anyway, and Uber, I used to be an Uber queen, like, oh my days. So I can't lie to you guys, I've been in two minds, but then at the same time, I just know that God has got me. And I know for some people, they might be looking at this like, oh God, this is ridiculous. Like, she keeps saying that God has got her, but yet you made a stupid financial decision. I really didn't, because I can actually afford, like, I've not missed the payment since I've got my car. I have not missed the payment. I do not plan, and I nor will I, in the mighty name of Jesus, miss any payments when it comes to my car, to pay for both insurance and for the finance. I pay for it just fine. But when I look back at the amount that I do spend, it would have been great to have that extra income. But then I also look at it and I'm like, but you probably would have spent that on Ubers anyway, or you would have spent that on public transport, and you have a car, which is way more convenient. It helps my family. I can pick up my sisters when they have trips and stuff, whatever. So that's the only other thing. Oh gosh, I feel like I've been talking so much to the point where I didn't even finish my makeup. So what I'm gonna do is, let me just finish off my face, let me finish off my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and so you guys can see the completed look. So I am back, and guys, I cannot lie, you can't lie to me, you can't tell me that my makeup skills have not improved. I just added some lashes, and they are, sorry, the box is a bit nasty, but they are King lashes. I've shown you these lashes before. I will link them in the description box below. King lashes in the style Andrea. Anyway, I'm gonna stop now because I was talking for ages and ages and ages, but I think where I left off, I was basically just saying to you guys, talking to you guys about my car and about how it's a massive expense. So if you do want to get a car, guys, please take your time to get your car, okay? Just take your time, and just know that, especially if you're going to leave your job, like, it is an expense that you have to think about. But I know with myself, I always said to myself, I'm going to get the car because I know that I am in a position where I can get the car. I want to also get the car because I know that I'm gonna be traveling around a lot. Just like next week, guys, I have 3 events, one in Kent, one in Kiel, and another one somewhere else that I'm speaking at, all in different places. And the fact that I have a car means I can drive there, I can drive back, they're all accessible. I don't have to rely on anyone, I don't have to go on the train, on public transport. I just rely on myself. I get there, I come back, it's all good. So I love that. For someone like myself, having a car has been the best thing ever, though it has been a massive expense, like I said, but just make sure you think about it. Just know that you will have expenses. I just said to myself, you know, the fact that I have a car is not the problem. It just means I need to make more money. That's it. That's how I kind of look at it. But anyway, guys, I did just want to also say, you know, for anyone that's in that phase right now where either they're transitioning out of their job, or, you know, they're just maybe even still at university, or whatever phase you're at, you know, I've reflected on different points of my life, wherever you're struggling with your body image, whatever it is. I just want to tell you guys, like, you are not alone, number one. Like, I am another human being who's going through it, and there are so many of us who are going through all of these things, you know, financial stress, financial burdens, whatever it is. Just know that you're not alone, and just know that you will get to the other side of it. Like, right now we're in the fire. Right now we have to still go through it. Right now my bank account is not reflecting my hustle. It's not reflecting how hard I work. But I also trust in myself. I trust in what God has given me, the visions, the abilities, the resources, the tools that he's given me, and I trust that I will get to a point where I can come back and be like, yo guys, I am making money. And you know, when it gets to that point, as in shmoney, and I'm making it consistently, do you get what I mean? Because I am making money. I really am. I do talks, I do all of this stuff. By the way, if you want to book me, guys, please book me, because the sister gotta make her coin. And I do things on the side. I'm always hustling, so I do make money. It's just sometimes, you know, money just, there's a bit of a drought sometimes, and you're like, oh Lord, how am I gonna get money? And then it just is a bit of a cycle at the moment. But when I do get to the point where I'm making bands, like I'm making coin, and I can just be like, guys, like, we made it. And I hope that I can break it down to you and explain to you how I got to that point. But I also thought it was very, very important for me to express my current place, where I am right now, the process. I want you guys to be a part of the process. I don't want to ever have to feel like I have to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. Like, no guys, I'm just like you. I am just like you, going through the various things in life, but we are more than conquerors. We have already won. We already have the victory. There is nothing that this world, that this life can throw at us that we cannot handle. We will rise up, we will keep going, we will hustle harder, and we will get there. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. I loved filming this. This is such a look. And Too-Faced, massive shout out to you. Thank you so much, Too-Faced, for sending over the product. I absolutely loved it. Feel free, guys, if you want to send over some more stuff to me, feel free, you know. And if you want me to do some paid collaborative stuff, feel free. And any other brands, if you want to send stuff to me, feel free, and we'll do some paid collaborative stuff also. But no, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I love you always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you again next time. Stay beautiful.